Steve Gamache here. Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And what we have this time is the Moritaka Origami Super Deba 165mm knife. So the way these are made, they've got 3 layers, and the center hardcore cutting edge steel is Origami blue paper, super reactive high carbon steel. They take the heat treat pretty high, so they take it around the 64, 65 Rockwell range, which is the upper range of this steel. What that's going to do for you is give you really good edge retention. A little bit of a trade-off is it could be a little more susceptible to chipping on the edge because it's so hard, but again, edge retention, definitely the bent here in terms of what they're going for, so you'll just have to be a little bit careful with that. And I will say, oftentimes, even though I'd say the edge on this is maybe 6 out of 10, it's a pretty good edge bevel on here. Sometimes out of the box, if you put your own edge on it and reveal some fresh steel, some people find that that increases the resilience of the edge, if you will. So if you find it's chipping for you, examine your technique, but then also maybe think about giving it a touch-up sharpening and getting some fresh steel there and see if that doesn't improve it. It often can. So the construction has 3 layers, as I said. On either side of that hardcore cutting edge steel, you've got a soft reactive iron cladding, so it's an all-reactive blade. This cladding has a Kuda-uchi or blacksmith finish, and then you can definitely see the grind towards the edge and then the core steel peeking out there. So it is an all-reactive blade, just keep that in mind. The cool thing about these is they are double bevel, so these are ambidextrous versions of this knife. Frequently they are single bevel, right hand only. I'm a lefty, so I like this style. So they are, let's look at you can see kind of a double bevel design, really easy to see on a blade this thick. So come on, there we go. Super easy to see that geometry there. The weight and dimensions can vary a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 247 grams or 8.7 ounces. Edge length is right about 167 or 6.6 inches. Overall length about 313 millimeters on this knife. And these are thick and heavy. They're supposed to be. They're very stiff. This one is almost 8 millimeters at the spine, width back at the back, and then it goes down I got about 5.9 halfway down, and then it starts to kind of just thin out as you go until you hit that grind there. And it's not a super tall grind, but that's the style of blade, not an issue. It's not something you're going to be cutting onions with. These are meant for fish processing. The blade height is usually generous on this style, and this one is no exception, 52.4 millimeters at the back. These have pretty light hoe wood or magnolia wood handles, octagonal ambidextrous, with a nice buffalo horn ferrule, so it's a pretty cool look on these. And they've done a pretty good job gluing up the handle, but sometimes you can see some slight gaps, so I would probably put some sealant around that backside to keep any moisture out of there. Handle circumference about 76 millimeters where the two materials meet. By the way, this maker, what's nice about them is they do put stainless steel tangs on the back of these, so that's the variance there, that junction, that's for the color change. So this is your stainless steel tang being welded onto the blade, and that gives you a little bit more protection at the back inside that handle. So nice feature that they do there. That's pretty cool. Let's get our beauty shot here for the cover on the video. And then if you look, these have a kind of a little textured finish that goes this way with the blade on both sides, sanding marks, finish marks. And you've got some embossed kanji on the left side of the blade. There's your cladding, and then we kind of catch it just right, the core steel kind of peeking out. Let me try the other side. You can see they've got just a little bit of texture to these, so every one's slightly unique. That's probably as good a shot as I can make it on the core steel there. They are not known for the durability of their Kuda-uchi finish, this black finish on there, so it may start wearing away on you. My older knife kind of showed that. I don't know if they've changed anything. These look very, very similar. So if that's the case, then don't be concerned if the KU finish starts wearing away. You'll just get patina where that occurs, and it's just part of what the knife does. So gives it some character over time. As you know, these are super stiff, as you might guess, so very nicely made. I'm not going to do a cutting board demo on this because it's not what you use it for, but these are really cool blades, nicely made, great steel. So this is the Moritaka Origami Super Deba 165mm knife.